Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for ours. And thank you to the gentleman driving down the interstate who took the time to call in and speak with our producer, Charlie, about our last segment. The comment that he made, Angel, was tell that lady who's talking on the radio, I think that was you.
Let's hope it wasn't you.
Right. Not everybody has a poor reason or excuse for not using one of those profile photos. And his was hijacked.
His was hijacked. Somebody took his photo from LinkedIn and used it as their own. How ridiculous. Why would that's just insane.
It is insane.
And I remember my son when he was first learning, they were teaching some internet etiquette and guidelines at school.
Sure.
And talking a lot about not having your photos online. And this was years ago, and I think this was one of my fear factors with putting my photo on Facebook originally.
Right.
It's one of those fear factors we've all taught. You know, if you have your pictures on the internet, somebody's going to steal your head and put it on somebody else's body, and it's going to end up on a porno site or something.
Yeah, you don't want that happening.
And you freak out, or, put you in the place of a scene of a crime, or
in this gentleman's case, take his head and be misrepresented by somebody who is not who they claim to be. Now, Angel, your photograph is everywhere.
You don't have to tell people that.
No, it really is. Go ahead and Google Angel Tussey.
Zip.
Tuccy.
So my son was doing an internet search.
Yeah.
And he put in his mommy's name.
Right.
And clicked on the photo. I'm looking for images. I guess it's images.
Yeah.
And there was mommy.
Well, mommy's famous.
And he's like, he came home. Mom.
Yeah.
You might want to know something. You're not being very safe on the internet because your picture's all over. And there's this gray area. There's this line where we have to draw in the sand, because there are stalkers out there. There are creepers out there. There are stupid idiots out there, but we can't live our life running in fear.
All right, so our gentleman who's driving down the road and who called in and spoke to our producer Charlie, we're speaking to you now. And here's the thing: we're not going to tell you what to do. Of course, it's not our place. But Angel makes a point, and I think that I remember the day, Angel, when your son.
And I'll be like that until somebody steals my picture and puts it on something, and then I'll be all freaked out.
But I remember the day that your son brought that to your attention, and you and I had a very long conversation about it.
Because I got all freaked out.
It was a literal thing. And this gentleman is, identity theft is a real thing, and we don't make light of that at all. However, it reminds me of a conversation that we had when we were looking to take your first book to #1 on Amazon.
I know I wanted to put a fake name on it.
You talked about putting a fake name on it. You talked about changing the photo on the back, the picture of yourself, and on and on.
Because there are creepers out there.
But one of the things that I sat there and said to you, because we made this big pitch to do a one-day campaign to take it to #1 on Amazon.com, and we were successful in that. But before we were, that morning you said, what if it doesn't work? What if? And I sat there and I said to you this: if we make our decisions based on the fear that something might or might not happen, that in itself, fear is never a good motivator by which we make our decisions. Now, how do I translate that to this conversation? If you've got a photo out there on your profile, and remember, LinkedIn, of course, is a very professional social network. You go to Facebook, it's less professional. You go to other sites and degrees of professionality, if you will. But if somebody takes your photo and you sit there and say, well, they took my photo and therefore I can never use my photo. It's your photo. You need to use your own photo. Don't be afraid of what other people can or have done. Use your photo. It's you. You represent that. I can get all spiritual on you if you want.
I was going to say, there are some other options
go away. Yeah.
to, if you don't want to put like your true likeness on because of some issues. There are some people that, there are abusive people in their
course.
past, and so they want to protect themselves against some very real dangers. And I don't want to dismiss or mock that there are very real dangers when we are in putting our publicness out on the internet for all the world to grab. And so there are some options for putting something else that's not exactly your true likeness. I've seen some caricatures. I've seen some like pencil rendition drawings, even, not necessarily celebrities, but like cartoon characters and superheroes. There are different things that you can do to create an image and a brand for yourself that don't always have to be, Eric.
No,
don't always have to be. There are some
Look at my eyes.
There are some very real reasons
Don't
for
use
people to
Superman
protect.
on LinkedIn.
I'm just giving ideas. I'm brainstorming here, right off the cuff.
Bugs Bunny.
At the moment,
Yosemite
I
Sam.
could put an angel in my photo.
Don't
and
you do that.
I could though.
Not on LinkedIn.
But I
you can't.
could.
Yeah. Okay.
If I had,
America, you have the right to.
I could.
It's dumb.
And then that's got to be better than the gray.
It is not.
No.
No, not if you put Bugs Bunny, LinkedIn, or.
I didn't say. Did I say Bugs Bunny?
No, you did
You
not.
have to go with the culture
I'm
and
thinking of superheroes
and the
in my
theme
life.
in which I am speaking at. I'm not saying put
right.
something goofy if
Right.
Goofy's not your brand. I am saying you have options.
You do. And, your point's
You
well
could do an
stated.
Andy Warhol little thing or something.
Talk about creepers.
Okay, but there are options.
There are.
Not everybody. And Eric, I know that right now you don't have the fear that somebody wants your mug.
Look at this thing. I give out my phone number, 855-FAN-BRAG. Beautiful ladies, call me. Nobody ever calls.
Oh, sure, give out that number because
Nobody ever calls.
you've got Charlie manning the phone number over
So
there.
right after the show, it doesn't matter. You can still call me. Ladies,
Call me maybe
855-FAN-BRAG.
on Friday. You
Nobody
can call 'em
want-
on Friday.
Nobody wants this mug.
But,
and so I'm not afraid.
so I was going to say, so there's your issue. There are some very beautiful people in this world.
You're right. It is my issue.
Hmm.
I want to be beautiful.
You are beautiful on the inside. We are all beautiful. We are all
Oh.
God's children.
Speaking of the inside, I just threw up in my mouth.
Oh, stop.
All right, so social networking. Did I make my point?
I don't know. Did we have one?
Don't make decisions based on fear.
Don't, and that is true.
And don't
because
let
then
somebody steal from you.
Then we become the victim.
Yeah, don't let
And-
somebody steal from you more than your photo. Right?
Okay.
It's brilliant. I should write that down.
You have a way with words today.
I'm not sure what that means. But you know what? I think here's what we're going to do. I'm going to wave to my producer and let him know that we're going to go to a commercial break a little early because we're going to spend a little more time in our last segment today talking about Zig Ziglar and the way that he helps
We're going to do some goal planning.
you
I know. I'm
Angel,
so excited.
plan your goals. Well,
It's Zig Ziglar's goal-setting formula when we come back.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.